Okay, guys, we're back for another episode of the Seth Solo Side Quest. I'm Seth from the Lonely Stoner podcast, and in this episode, we're going to be breaking down the definitive reason why Ye is the GOAT, right? Ye / Kanye West has had an incredible career, been able to drop bangers for so long. What makes him so impressive also is not just his discography, but also the fact that, for a majority of these tunes, Ye was either producing, writing, or, performing. Minimum, for a lot of these songs he's doing all three of those things. So made a song from scratch and made it this good is, like I said, it's insane. And you will struggle to see another guy as talented as Ye come through in a very, very long time. Because even previous great performers, they weren't doing all three things. You look at Michael Jackson, he was singing and dancing and writing, but he wasn't really producing his own music. Even then, though, music production was a lot different back then as well, naturally. Ye did also sort of revolutionise the way producing was done, where he made it a lot more, laptop based, I would say. Definitely a lot more laptop based, obviously with the auto-tune as well, revolutionised music with that. Him and T-Pain revolutionised auto-tune, without a shadow of a doubt. Revolutionized it, and then I think maybe Lil Wayne might have taken it to, maybe not, maybe I'm reaching there, but yeah, I'm gonna go through some of Ye's greatest hits. It's not gonna be a reaction. This is just gonna be me looking at some of the names and giving my thoughts on those songs. Obviously, his most recent album, no one can really seem to get anywhere. His new album called Cuck. No one's able to get that full album. It's not. I don't think it's been fully leaked. Obviously, 3 of the songs from that new album, Cuck, have been leaked. It's Heil Hitler, Cousins, and World War III, which all 3 of those tunes are absolute 10 out of 10s. Yeah? Absolute 10 out of 10s. There's a lot of these guys that are like, oh yeah, this song's 1 out of 10. Nah, you're bugging. You are bugging. All those 3 songs that have been leaked so far are 10 out of 10 songs. But obviously, I can't really review the entire album because it's not been released yet. But so his most recent album that I'm going off is Vultures 2, right? So look at Vultures 2, and I'll be honest, I didn't really rate this album too tough, if I'm being honest. Didn't really like it. Nothing memorable of it, to be honest. And which is crazy to say, because a bad Kanye West song is some artist's best song. That's how it really is. And I'd also say probably the same thing for Vultures 1 as well. Carnival was a good song. Carnival was a very good song. That was fun. But other than that, Vultures 1's not got a ton on it. And then we get to Donda. Now, Donda had a great song in Jail and Jail Part 2, which I really enjoyed. But other than that, do you know what I mean? Nothing's really jumping out here for Donda either. So yeah, like I was saying, nothing really popping out for Donda there either. Then you've got Jesus is King, Ye's Christian album, which Closed on Sunday is an amazing song. If I've been honest, Closed on Sunday is an amazing song, and that makes this album a pretty good album in my book, and especially because it's something that's such a departure. I mean, not necessarily such a departure musically, but such a departure in terms of... Well, it was musically, but also in terms of the content of the rap as well. Like, it's a Christian album. Kids See Ghosts, that was... I think that's a... Kids See Ghosts, yeah. Never even heard of that. Ye, this album, Violent Crimes, is a very good song. It's a short album too. Only Ye on it, yeah, and 2 features from Party Next Door. Which hasn't aged brilliantly. But yeah, Violent Crimes is a really good song off that album. Life of Pablo, not a huge fan of that album, generally. Yeezus, obviously a couple good songs on here. Bound to, Black Skinhead, great tunes. So yeah, like I said, this is an insane discography. Most artists only have 1 or 2 songs that I like. To have this many songs that could be in any of my playlists, all from one person, it is insane. Like, you can't get that point across enough. The amount of quality in his discography. Nobody else, if I'm being honest, nobody else has these amount of songs that are this good. Of course, now before Yeezus, we're entering Ye's prime at this point. Watch the Throne, of course, one of the most generational collab albums, we've ever seen. We've ever seen in Watch the Throne. Then we get to now some of my favourite Kanye work. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy in 2010. You've got Power, All of the Lights, and Runaway. Runaway's being probably my favourite Ye tune of all. Out of all of them, to be honest, Runaway probably is my favourite. Alongside All of the Lights is amazing, and Power is amazing as well. Then we get to 808 and Heartbreaks, which is another amazing album. Welcome to Heartbreak with Kid Cudi. I'm sure there's the T-Pain song on this album. Maybe it's on the next one. Heartless. Yeah, Heartless is an insanely good song. Of course, I'm going to forget that. Heartless, an amazing song. Graduation. I think this might be the one with T-Pain. Yeah, Good Life. Yeah, Good Life with T-Pain. Amazing. Such a good song. I Wonder. Champion. Stronger. Can't Tell Me. Look, come on, guys. Flashing Lights. What are we doing here, guys? How can you be like, I'm not sure. Yeah, he's not the GOAT. What are you talking about, bro? How can you say this dude's not the GOAT? Oh, so we stopped that. I nearly started playing Stronger. Don't want to get this copyrighted. But how can you? Do you know what I'm saying? No, bro. No. No one can No one can, disagree with me. No one can. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm fried. I'm geeked off this bud. What's it called? No one can dispute that with me. That he's not the GOAT. Okay? Then we've got Late Registration, Gold Digger. What? So I said again, Gold Digger with Jamie Foxx. A generational tune there. Generational. Right? And then we've got The College Dropout, his debut album. Right? His debut album. Nobody's had a debut album do what this debut album's done. Imagine having a debut album that shoots you into stardom. This album drops February 10th, 2004. Yeah, he's been at the top for over 2 decades, bro. No artist has done that, bro. In modern day, in that same period, no one's done it for as long as he's done it. Yeah, I'll hear you get a guy like Drake who, once he makes it, he's been on top the entire time as well. Drake's been on top since 09-10. Right? I'll give you that. So that's 15 years. Yeah, he's still got 6 years on him, bro. 5-6 years on him. And in those 5-6 years, he was racking up an insane discography. I don't know, man. Anyone who thinks Ye isn't the GOAT, you're going to have a really tough time convincing me otherwise. Going to have a really tough time. But I'll leave it at that. Another episode of the Seth solo side quest in the bag. And I'm out. Peace.